Have you ever stopped to wonder if the life you are tirelessly chasing is actually running away from you? We live in a world obsessed with more. More money, taller skylines, faster cars, and bigger legacies. We measure our existence by how far we travel and how much we accumulate. But there are people on this earth, invisible to the skyscrapers and the stock markets, who spend their entire lives in one single spot. They eat the same simple food, wear the same threadbare clothes, and watch the same sun dip below the same hill for 80 years. And yet, if you look into their eyes, you won't see regret. You will see a peace that billionaires would trade their entire fortunes to possess. This is the story of such a man.
His name was Elias. Elias lived in a small, weather-beaten cabin perched on the edge of a jagged coastline, miles away from the nearest paved road. The cabin wasn't much, just 4 wooden walls that creaked when the wind howled, and a tin roof that sang when the rain fell. To the average eye, Elias was the definition of poverty. His wardrobe consisted of 2 flannel shirts, faded by decades of sunlight, and a heavy wool coat that had been patched so many times it was more thread than original fabric. His dinner was predictable, a bowl of vegetable stew grown in his small garden, and a slice of hard, homemade bread. For 70 years, Elias woke up at 5 a.m. He didn't wake up to an alarm on an iPhone, nor to the panic of an overflowing email inbox. He woke up to the sound of the ocean hitting the rocks. He drank his coffee from a chipped ceramic mug, sitting on his porch, watching the mist roll off the water. He had never seen Paris. He had never tasted Wagyu beef. He didn't know what a 401k was, and he certainly didn't care about the NASDAQ.
One afternoon, a shiny silver luxury SUV came rumbling down the dirt path that led to Elias's cabin. It was a rare sight. The car looked like a spaceship that had crash-landed in a cornfield. Out stepped a man named Marcus. Marcus was everything the modern world defines as successful. He was a real estate developer from the city, scouting the coastline for a potential luxury resort. He wore a suit that cost more than Elias's cabin, and on his wrist sat a watch worth more than Elias's entire lifetime of expenses. But Marcus looked tired. His eyes were heavy, darting constantly to his phone, checking for signal, worried about the next deal, the next crisis, the next dollar. Marcus approached the porch where Elias was whittling a piece of driftwood. "Afternoon," Marcus said, wiping sweat from his forehead. "You live here? All alone?" Elias looked up, his eyes clear and bright blue, contrasting with his wrinkled, leathery skin. "I do, and I'm never alone. The wind talks plenty if you listen." Marcus chuckled, a cynical, city laugh. He looked around at the peeling paint, the small garden, and the vast emptiness. He felt a pang of pity. "It must be hard," Marcus said, loosening his tie. "Living out here with nothing. Don't you ever wish you could get away, see the world, make something of yourself?"
Make something of myself. What is it that I'm not making? You know what I mean, Marcus gestured wildly. Success, comfort. Imagine if you moved to the city. You could work, save up, buy a nice apartment, eat at 5-star restaurants, maybe travel to Europe. You could have options. Elias leaned back in his rocking chair. The wood groaned rhythmically. "Tell me, son, why do you do all those things in the city? Why do you work so hard?" "To make money, obviously," Marcus replied, checking his phone again. "And why do you need the money?" "To retire," Marcus said, sounding exasperated. "To finally relax.
to buy a quiet place by the water, sit back, and enjoy the view without worrying about work. Elias didn't say a word. He just smiled and gestured to the ocean stretching out endlessly before them. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in violent hues of orange and purple. The air was crisp and smelled of salt and pine. "Son," Elias whispered, "I am already doing what you are killing yourself to do in 40 years. The silence that followed was louder than the crashing waves. Marcus stood frozen. He looked at his expensive watch, ticking away seconds of his life he would never get back. He thought about his high-rise apartment that felt like a cage, his expensive dinners that he ate in a rush, and the vacations he took where he spent the whole time stressing about work emails. He looked at Elias. The old man had nothing. No assets, no portfolio, no social media following. Yet Elias owned the horizon. He owned the silence. He owned the present moment, something Marcus, with all his millions, could not afford. Elias invited Marcus to sit. He offered him a bowl of the vegetable stew. It was simple, seasoned only with salt and herbs from the garden. Marcus sat on the wooden step, his Italian leather shoes dusty, and took a bite. It was warm. It was real. It tasted better than the $200 steak he had eaten the night before in the city, because it was eaten in peace. "You know," Elias said softly, looking at the stars beginning to puncture the twilight, "the world tells you that you are poor if you don't have much, but I think the poorest man is the one who has everything, yet still feels like he needs more." Marcus stayed for an hour longer than he intended. As he drove back toward the city, the lights of the skyscrapers appeared in the distance. Usually, they looked like diamonds to him. Tonight, they looked like prison bars.
We live in a time where we are constantly told that an ordinary life is a failed life. We are terrified of being average. We are terrified of stillness. We look at people like Elias, people who stay in one town, work a simple job, and wear the same clothes, and we judge them. We think they are stuck. We think they lack ambition. But let's be honest for a second. Who is truly trapped? Is it the man who needs a new car every 2 years to feel valid? Is it the woman who needs a promotion to feel worthy? Or is it the person who can sit on a porch with a stale piece of bread and a cold cup of coffee and feel absolutely, completely whole? There is a difference between being broke and being poor. Elias might be broke, but he is not poor. The city is full of people with full bank accounts and empty souls. They are the ones for truly poor. So, the next time you feel the pressure to run faster, to earn more, to upgrade your life, remember the man on the cliff. Remember that while you are rushing to find the finish line, he is already sitting there, enjoying the view. Happiness is not a destination you reach when you finally get enough. Happiness is the ability to realize that what you have right now is already enough.